Welcome back to the second quarter of the Bobby Dupre Show, and my sidekick here, Andrew.
Good morning.
Good morning, and we're going to take a few pictures right now. We'll
We
show
sure
a
can.
few pictures. I've already taken the pictures, Bobby. Okay, we'll start off. That was Friday morning, and that was over at Sonia's Donuts and Grill. And on the left is a long time friend, Gerald Kidder, and his wife, my cousin, Miss Janice Harmon Kidder. And they had just finished their breakfast and was happy to give us a picture. And of course, we all know them and her daddy, of course.
Mr. Marion Harmon.
Mr. Marion, he's only 92 or 93, something like that, and still driving and everything else. He's a young kid. When you look at him, you think he is, anyhow. Doesn't show his age.
Good morning, Mr. Marion. You know
Yep.
he's watching.
And this is a young couple that were having breakfast themselves, Roger and Sabrina Major, and their young son, Tarleton. And Roger works for New Park Industries. They do the plastic oil field pads that are widely used, I guess, particularly with all the drilling that's taking place now. They probably working some long, probably double shifts over there.
It sort of replaced the old board platforms that
that's
they
correct.
used for years.
And this plant that this particular product is made is, well, we call that Cankton. It's between actually the Cankton area and I-10, Interstate 10 there, right, I guess that'd be what, the Doosan exit, Scott exit?
Must be, yeah, I think so.
One or the other, one or the other. But anyhow, nice couple, and good visiting with them. Thank you. And this, of course, is the staff at Sonia's. On the left is a young helper, and all the way on the right is a young helper. They both, I think, are in college. And then the young lady, the second from the right is Sonia. We talk about Sonia, and her husband, Jonathan, is next to him. And all of them have a good smile. So if you want to get some donuts or pastry or beautiful
lunches.
plate lunch. I mean, we bought a plate lunch, and you can't eat it all.
Starbucks coffee.
Starbucks coffee. I mean, you name it.
Bag Eyes.
They're open. They open at 6 in the morning,
Right.
and they close at 2 p.m. in the afternoon. And they're open 6 days a week. They only close. They take off on Monday, and they restock for the week coming up. And just a nice little couple. Give them a hand. Go by and they have a drive-through window, very important. You can go down there in your pajamas and just wear some good, safe shoes to drive.
How about this picture?
Wallace and Shirley Trahan, that's on 3 Mile Lake. What a beautiful place. From the water, when you're cruising in your pontoon boat or your skis or whatever, you pass in front of this beautiful place, you think you're in Colorado.
And I'm mailing keys out right now for the 3 Mile Lake Association. So
Good
everybody
point.
kind of be on the ball. If you haven't sent in your dues yet, go ahead and send them in to 3 Mile Lake Association, P.O. Box 70, Opelousas, Louisiana, 70571, if you remember.
Now, we're
Send
going to
your
actually
dues.
put the new keys in effect. Is it on the 13th?
April 15th is usually when we do it. We do it. That's a date that stands out in people's heads for some reason. I think it's tax day.
Tax day.
So
And
we changed the locks that day.
we send in the keys early, but you continue using the other keys, your present keys, and then around the 15th, it's either the 13th or the 15th, Pierre and Johnny Fontenot are going to go in and put a new chain, a lighter weight chain. We were getting complaints, and it was heavy, and it doesn't have to be that heavy. It'll be sufficient, and it's going to be a new lock, so you're going to need your new keys. So if you haven't paid your membership, please do so. Things are beautiful out there right now, and this is Hope for Opelousas, spearheading a I guess doing a little carpentry work, doing a little painting, a little
Community
Spruce
volunteering.
And these are some young college students, and you said Northwestern Community
I think it's
College?
Northwestern Community, somewhere in the central part of the country, towards the north part. A lot of the kids
Not local.
I've met from
but
Minnesota.
This house here is located, we always say, across the street from Benny's Supermarket, right in that area.
Right.
And you know the pie man that walks around with the big baskets of little small pies?
Monsieur Gâteau. That's what I always call him when I see it. Monsieur Gâteau, Mr. Cake.
And Mr. Bios. And of course, Jimmy Levier's mama was married to Mr. Bios. She died recently, and this work here is all being done. All the labor is free. All they having to do is buy the paint.
So it was Jimmy's mama that baked all those cakes all the years that
That's
he would go
what
around
I
and hustle?
understand. No wonder he's such a good cook
Kidding.
himself.
Well, yeah, he's an excellent cook and bartender and squirrel hunter, and he's a man of all seasons himself.
Yep, just good people.
One of these pictures here, you see Lauren Carey, the director at Hope for Opelousas. And remind you, Hope for Opelousas, it's a community helping organization, and the goal is to get kids in the inner city of Opelousas to get support in their schooling and their tutoring and all the different projects that they do, and bring them around and show how.
They bring them to Saints football games, LSU.
And a lot of these
they
kids
went to what, Colorado one year?
Correct. They go whitewater rafting and canoeing and camping.
It's
and
unbelievable the opportunities these youngsters have.
And these are kids that need some help, and yet here they all are active, helping their neighborhood as well. So I mean, this is a great thing. Over on Madison Street, go by, it's a brand new sign for Opelousas. And how about this? The Democratic Party of St. Leonard Parish had their annual awards and banquet
That's correct.
last week. And right here we've got
one of the guest speakers, Buddy Leach, very generous person, I might add, and has a lot of money. Came by way of marriage, and he doesn't hide the fact he married up.
He married well.
And the beautiful girl on his right is his daughter, Mary Werner, and all the way on the right, of course, is
R.L.
Montgomery, who was captain of our Troop K for many years, and his lovely wife, Shirley, all the way on the left. A beautiful evening, and we'll show some more pictures.
So when you go to Westminster School and you see that Montgomery Lane,
that was named after his family.
Named after his family.
That's correct. And here's a young Touchette performing, and that's Alec Touchette and the name of the band, and Express. Alec Touchette and Express is the name of the band. That's the young.
He's a junior high kid. I mean, he's a tall, thin
15
young
years
man.
old.
Yeah, or freshman, I guess.
With the white hat, the big white cowboy hat, and band members, they really played some good.
Plays the accordion. Really impressive young man.
And he says, I went to your house before. I said, really? What were you doing at my house? He said, I was with my Uncle Mike.
Oh, no kidding.
Yep,
There you go.
Yep. So comes from good work stock. You bet. You bet.
And how about here? We've got over on the left, Mike Harson.
Mike Harson, District Attorney in the 15th Judicial District, Lafayette, Acadia, and Vermilion parishes. And longtime friend Lionel Melanson from Lewisburg, Louisiana.
There you go, out there with the Christ the King community, I
That's
guess is
correct.
his pocket there.
And here's Mike again, Mike Harson again, with the first District Attorney of St. Landry Parish, 27th Judicial District, Frank Trusclad. Long time with the District Attorney's Office, and of course,
was a law partner with the District Attorney years before.
That's correct, with Earl. And he was the attorney for Howard Zerang throughout Howard Zerang's stint as sheriff.
I forget that.
So he's got a lot of he's quietly, he's doing the work on the backside. Sharp young man. And here's Lionel again on the left, and then yours truly, Bobby, and then retired Judge Ellis Daigle from Eunice, Louisiana, and almost announced candidate, not quite announced candidate for District Attorney. I think he's telling everybody, but I don't think it's formally. But anyhow, everybody knows it, I think.
I think so.
And then I can't think of my friend's name on the right. I apologize, but very personable young man. And all the way on the right here is Pat Morrow. We're always bragging on Pat. And Miss Alice. And Miss Alice is, what's the name of her program?
Go Ask Alice
And
on
it's
the internet. It's
very
spelled
popular.
Go, G-E-A-U-X. Go Ask Alice. You can go to the website or go to her Facebook
And
page.
you know, I was standing by her, and 3 or 4 young people came up, and you the Alice that we never
we
met her.
follow
They
on
don't. They
that's
never
right.
personally met her, so it was a good opportunity for her to meet some different people.
When she got active, I bought that name on the internet. I gave that to them as a gift, the name Go Ask Alice, because she was using that as the name, but didn't have the www.goaskalice. So I bought it and gave it to them as a gift, so
Well,
she'd
I'll
have
be
that to do a
darned.
thing.
Well,
Yeah.
go ahead.
That's
You're
my
a smart
friends.
little man.
That's
yeah.
my friends.
Oh, that's our friends.
That's
you
right.
bet. And this is Lee on the right. Of course, that's Alice on the left again.
And
then
Lee
Lee Taylor, Earl Taylor's wife. And this is Alice and Pat, and our parish president, Fontenot.
Bill Fontenot.
Bill Fontenot.
We get it.
And Miss Earliston, all the way on the right. She is the manager of the big, is it Williams Company now? Was Ohio at one time, that, you know, out there.
Right,
The Thistlethwaite Properties. She is the manager out there, and I understand does an excellent job. And this is a former district attorney here, Morgan Goodall, and his wife, Helen, and their granddaughter all the way on the right. And then you're going to have a picture that, now I'm in
with
there.
the couple.
Morgan was very helpful to me in my early days of business. I was a bail bondsman. Most people not aware of that or forgot about that. It was so many years ago. I started that business January of 1959. Wow. I show August of 59 as the beginning of my insurance. But January, Cat Doucette gave me an opportunity, and then I had some help from the district attorney here. And this is their daughter. That's his daughter. Their daughter. No, not their daughter. His daughter, Angèle, and her husband, and their 2 kids. And this is John Bell Edwards. He's a Louisiana State Representative from around Amite, Louisiana. And he is an announced Democratic candidate for governor. And he's a West Point graduate and very articulate.
Sharp, very articulate.
Recognized me from the meeting that I shook his hand one time before. He's got that Edwin Edwards memory, it looks like, at Buck and Johnny's. By the way, we need some prayers for our longtime dear friend, Mr. Johnny Raymond. Please keep him in your prayers.
Having circulation issues with the lower legs, which are the common problems with diabetes and those type of issues. So.
Yes, and lovely, and keep Miss Courtney, because it's hard on the whole family.
Now we're going to be getting up against the edge of the break. I'm going to hold the rest of the pictures. We're going to come back to those because we're going to want to talk about these a bunch. Let's go back to us, Steve, and I'll hit a couple of sponsors here real quick for the break. Carl's Thrifty Way, all your medicinal needs. Go by Carl's, get your prescriptions filled. They can compound multiple prescriptions into one nice, easy-to-take prescription for you. Over-the-counter medication. They've got home decorating ideas, gifts, monogramming, and all those good oils. You know, the Lamberger-type lamps, and all you can get the lamps, the oils that go in it. Really, really nice place. Go by Carl's Thrifty Way. And let's also talk about Dixie Storage, all your storage needs, personal and commercial. I'm talking about if you want to put in your RV, your boat, you want to put in just a handful of things from your house. Maybe you're a businessman wants to put a handful of inventory, maybe some tools that your workers need to get to go testing. Maybe you're a plumber, they got to put some extra parts over there. They'll do all that as well. They got climate controlled units. They've got units throughout St. Andrew Parish, Washington, Fort Barry, and Opelousas. They've also got their sister company, A Plus Glass, with locations in Opelousas and in Lafayette. That'll do your glass work from your home to your business to your 18-wheeler down to your little bitty car, and do inspections as well for all those things as well. And don't forget, they also got certified scales in Port Barry so they can weigh your load for you if you're a trucker.
And what about these beautiful glass cups that I purchased yesterday? I went by and...
at Cajun Harley-Davidson?
At Cajun Harley-Davidson. Good morning, Mr. Adam Abear and all the staff, and Miss Bonnie, Gremillon, who did such a good job of ordering me. Didn't lose my key, but it's badly misplaced. And she took the order, and then I had to buy these. Look how beautiful these mugs are.
Very nice. We're going to take a 1-minute break, folks. We'll see you on the other side of one.